Welcome back, guys. Today I thought I'd take another look at LXLE, which is a Lubuntu based or an Lxde desktop based distribution that I always enjoyed using. I'm a big fan of LXDE, as you know, and I have Lubuntu installed on another partition on the same computer, and that configured without a hitch. 1604, everything just works on it, including all proprietary drivers, gaming, Kodi, everything works. So I had looked at LXLE a while back, maybe 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and I had some difficulty with drivers. And so I thought I would download it again and take a look to see what's going on. And hopefully they fixed it because I really used to enjoy using LXLE. Now, LXLE sets itself apart a little bit from Lubuntu and other LXDE based distros in that it really provides a lot of software. If you take a look at what's available, you can see that there are software packages that you don't find too often. Passwords and keys, Excel wallpaper config, XPad, lots of games. For graphics, you can see pretty much everything is installed out of the box. Document viewer, font manager, Mirage, photo print, simple image reducer, lots of software. Internet, you've got Mozilla as the default browser, but you get basically everything you need. Linphone, Jitso, I'm not sure even what Jitso is. For Office, you have not only LibreOffice, but you have HomeBank, ebook reader, composer, calendar. For sound and video, out of the box you get GUVC View, OpenShot, Pythos, simple screen recorder, um, lots and lots of software. Uh, in the control menu, pretty much typical control manager and preferences items. In system tools, you've got lots of BleachBit. BleachBit is root, alternatives, configurator. You've got everything you need to run a full-featured system. If you go down to driver manager, this is the typical Ubuntu-based driver manager. It's telling me that I'm using the Xorg Nouveau driver. And so I haven't modified anything. It installed the Intel microcode out of the box, but it's identifying my Broadcom Wi-Fi, and it's also identifying my GeForce graphics processor. It's telling me that I should install the Nvidia 361 and that I am able to install my Broadcom Wi-Fi drivers. And so this is the first install. I haven't updated the system yet. I will tell you, and when I say first install, it's not first install, it's a fresh install. It's the second install today. The first install went bad, went very bad. I updated the system. App-Get, well, they have a utility. So if you click on updates, it will run through the update procedure. It'll do, basically, it's an automated process that takes care of sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade. I did that on the first install, and then I tried to install my Nvidia drivers and my Broadcom. Neither one of them worked. So I thought maybe that, and I ended up having to uninstall both, but I thought maybe it was because I updated first. And so this is my second install, which I have not updated yet. And I am going to attempt to install my Nvidia 361 and my Broadcom. Now, keep in mind, this is the exact same driver manager that Lubuntu uses, which worked flawlessly. It did not work flawlessly on LXLE on my first install earlier today. And I'm not sure if it's because I had updated the system first. Let me show you something. If I go to System Tools and I open Synaptic, if we take a look at the sources list for LXLE, it's huge. It's incredibly huge. And I'm not sure if that's contributing to it, because it is pulling updates from everywhere. All of the extra software that I showed you in the menu, we've got sources for them. So you've got all these extra sources that are pulling in all kinds of different files, and I'm not sure if that maybe is muddying up the system, which is why I did not update this time around. So I'm not going to update. I'm just going to leave the basic install, and I'm going to try to install my Nvidia and my Broadcom. So I'm going to click Apply Changes, and I can't tell if it's doing anything because it just backed everything out. So let me try again. Apply Changes, and as you can see, it's not working. I'm going to try one more time. Apply Changes, not working. So I'm not sure if maybe it's because I haven't updated yet. So let's take a minute and we'll use the update package, or the update utility that's provided by LXLE. Now, as you can see, it's going through and it's doing sudo apt-get update. So now it's finished updating, and now it's going to install all of the updates that are available. And it looks like it's pretty extensive, so I'm going to let it go ahead and finish. I'm going to pause the video, guys, and I'll be right back with you. And let's go through this interesting scenario just to see what's going on, because I really want to use LXLE again. But unless these issues get resolved, I won't be able to use it. And so I will be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, the update has finished. So it shows clean downloaded temporary packages. Update is done. So if I changed the wallpaper. So if I run apt-get update, it should tell me there's nothing to do. And let me manually run sudo apt-get upgrade. Okay, so nothing to do. Okay, so it's all updated. So now I am going to run driver manager again. I'm going to select Nvidia 361 and my Broadcom drivers, and I'm going to click apply changes. So now it is actually pulling in the the driver changes. So I'm going to pause the video and let that finish. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, it finished, and it's telling me to restart. So I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart the machine, guys, and I'll be right back with you, and we'll take a look, and hopefully this works. So hold on, be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and as you can see, there is a problem with the resolution on the computer, and it's not the way it should be. Now, let's take a look at something. We'll go to driver manager, and it's telling me that I have the 361 and the Broadcom. So let's take a look at Nvidia Settings. If I go down to Nvidia Settings, it is not configured. Now normally when this happens, I would run Nvidia Xconfig. So let's check one more thing. Let's see. Let's go to monitor settings, and as you can see, it's set it up for 1024 by 768, and that's the only thing that it's giving me. There is no, now if I click auto and apply, and nothing changes. So let's see if we can run sudo nvidia xconfig. So a new X configuration file was written to my X11 XOR configuration file. Normally that does the trick. I want to see what happens. I want to make sure Nvidia Xconfig is installed. Unable to locate package. So there is an issue there. So let's reboot, because I did run what appeared to be Nvidia Xconfig. So let's reboot, and I will be right back with you, and we'll see if there's any change. And by the way, it does not look like my Broadcom is working either. So let's reboot. Be right back with you guys. Okay, welcome back, guys. My Nvidia doesn't work. My GUVC view doesn't work. When I turn it on, it says could not start a video stream in the device. Let's take a look at Nvidia. So still nothing is properly configured. And then if I look at the driver manager, it says they're both loaded, but neither of them are working. So I'm going to try one more thing, guys, and I will be right back with you, and we'll see if this works, okay? And when I come back, I'll explain to you what I did. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So basically what I did is I try to install the run package downloaded directly from Nvidia. So I went to Nvidia and I downloaded the run package, and you can see right here this is the run package that was downloaded from Nvidia, and I tried to run that, and basically it told me that it couldn't finish because the headers from my kernel were not installed. So then I opened Synaptic and I did a search, and I found that the headers for the particular kernel, the 4.4 kernel that I'm running, which I hadn't changed, that's the default kernel, that the proper headers were not installed. So I installed the headers, and while I was at it, I installed a couple of files that I needed for Broadcom. And I had to do all that manually. And so I'm going to reboot now, and I'll be right back with you, and we'll see if what I did had any effect. So be right back, guys. Welcome back, guys. Well, as you can see, the Nvidia is still not working. I was successful with my Broadcom. As you can see, I'm connected through Broadcom. So that is working. And I have not given up on Nvidia. I am going to try a few more things, but as you can see in Preferences, System Tools, it tells me that I'm running the Nvidia driver 361. It's telling me 3 proprietary drivers in use. This one is correct. This one's not working. But Nvidia is still not working. So I am going to try a couple more things. If we look at the Nvidia X server settings, it says you don't appear to be using the Nvidia X driver. Please edit your X configuration file. Just run Nvidia Xconfig as root and restart the X server, which I did. And it doesn't have any effect. So I'm making progress. I'm not giving up. I am going to try a few more things, and hopefully I'll be back with you when I've been successful. So I'll be back with you guys shortly, hopefully. Hey, welcome back, guys. Well, I ended up having to stop my X server, basically stop LightDM, my login manager, and go into TTY and reinstall the Nvidia run package, the drivers. It actually gave me a message that it was unsuccessful, but I ran through the process, and when I rebooted, as you can see, I now have the 36757 driver enabled. So Nvidia is now enabled. Broadcom is working fine. It looks like everything is the way it should be, and so now I can actually use LXLE the way it was intended. And so now that I have LXLE working, I'm going to put it through the normal configuration, get everything set up, gaming, everything that I normally set up, and I'll be right back with you to let you know how that went. So be right back, guys. We're getting there. Okay, welcome back, guys. Well, I did my best, and I can't get Steam to run. I can't get Play on Linux to run with Battle.net. It just appears to me that LXLE has not spent enough time developing the distribution. Doesn't look like there's been much activity. I looked up everything to find a way to get Battle.net and Steam to run. And if you couple that with all of the issues I had just getting Nvidia and Broadcom to work, it just indicates that there's something else going on with the distribution. And let's look at forums, LXLE forums, help and support. Looks like there's been some recent activity, a little bit anyway. Um, a couple of October, most of it goes back even as far back as September 2014. So I'm not sure exactly how much activity there is, but I had trouble the last time I did a review on LXLE, and I was under the impression that things would improve. I was really hoping they would because LXLE was one of those distributions that you could always count on. I like Lxde, and so it was always just a great distribution. But now it doesn't seem like there's enough effort being put into it to keep it current, to keep things working properly. Uh, the driver manager doesn't work properly, and I don't think it's just me, but if you guys have Nvidia or Broadcom, if you could take a look and see if you're able to uh, install LXLE and see if you can get your Nvidia drivers working right off the bat. See if you can get Steam working. And drop me a note, let me know. But in the meantime, I can't recommend it only because I can't get everything working. It's just too difficult. And I can imagine somebody new coming over and trying to get LXLE working. It they would wash their hands of Linux. They would give up on Linux altogether. So, guys, that is it for LXLE. I'm going to be moving on to the next distribution. Please, thanks for stopping by the channel. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Take care.